Hey everyone, I'm Michael Majors.
And I'm Ross Merriam.
And you're watching the Versus series on StarCityGames.com. All right, hey everyone. Today on the Versus series, we got some brand new Kaladesh cards, some physical copies, no more proxies. Ross can't screw it up anymore. I don't think he ever actually did, but I'm just going to say that anyways.
I'm just going to say.
Think if anything, it was probably me that messed it up, but I'm just going to stick with my story. But yeah, we got some pretty new Kaladesh cards. Yeah. Today, I'm going to be playing kind of the evolution, if you will, of Bant Company. Less companies since that card rotated, so I can't play with it anymore. More expensive stuff.
More like de-evolution.
Yeah, no, that's a good way of putting it.
It's a cheap facsimile.
Yeah. Sure, whatever. But I basically playing another deck that gets to maximize Verdurous Gearhulk to some extent. Get to use some of the.
Great.
It is really good. Use some of the good creatures that Bant Company incidentally played, like Reflector Mage and Sylvan Advocate and whatnot. And I got some new stuff too. Serving the Conduit helps fix the mana, helps you curve out better. And now that we're not playing Collected Company, we get to just play 4 Tamiyo, which is awesome because she's sweet.
Yeah, it is a sweet card. I'm sure it'll do a lot of cool stuff, and it was definitely the card that got held back the most by Collected Company.
Yep.
And in spite of Collected Company existing, it still found its way into decks.
It's awesome play, yeah.
Yeah, that powerful.
It was definitely like a very good sideboard card.
And I am playing an actual evolution of a deck because I think this deck got better, although perhaps the meta game around it might get worse. We'll see. But I'm playing blue-red, Thermo-Alchemist, burn-ish. It's a little bit less on the burn now because you have such powerful planeswalkers between Saheeli and Chandra, Torch of Defiance. Chandra is a card that overall I have not been impressed with relative to the hype around it.
Same.
But this is a deck where Chandra makes a lot of sense. And I think where Chandra should do a lot of good work. We're still going to take a very aggressive role. We're going to send some damage at Michael's face. I'm hoping to play Saheeli a bunch. That's just a card I haven't gotten to play with yet.
Same.
And 3-mana planeswalkers tend to read badly because they're not as powerful, but I mean, costing 1 mana less that's like a 4th ability.
Yeah, I mean, this deck gets to use the chip shot damage really well, obviously, because it's aggressively slanted, and scrying is pretty relevant. You never really want to draw more than 4 or 5 lands, and just digging towards more threats is good. And the -2 is pretty sweet. You can hit Bedlam Reveler and kind of go off, or you can just make a Storm Mage Alchemist?
Storm Chaser
Mage. I've never played with that card. Ross has played with that card a lot. But you can make Storm Chaser Mage and just play 2 or 3 spells, and that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, I do enjoy dealing a lot of damage.
Yep.
And hopefully we can see some of the sweet Kaladesh cards in action. And actually seeing the physical cards is so great.
Yeah, it's much better.
Our department, I don't actually know who makes the proxies, but they're great at it, and they're really nice when we're playing, but there's just no replicating playing with the physical cards. So I'm really excited to do that. I'm also really excited to play with Hedgehog sleeves. This is one of my favorite creature collection cards.
I got a ferret. I don't know the name for it.
It's probably just the ferret.
Yeah.
It's replacing Fruit Bat. Fruit Bat had a nice run.
I kind of like Fruit Bat. Well, the sweater's kind of cute, but I don't know. Ross doesn't like ferrets.
Yeah, apparently. I just don't like ferrets, whereas I do like hedgehogs.
They're basically the same thing to me. Let's roll some dice.
Where'd all my dice go?
All right, can I win?
Full house.
All right.
Let's put a stop to that right quick. Okay, here for game 1, I have mulliganed to 6 cards, but have a solid mix of stuff, so I'm going to keep.
Yep, my hand's totally fine.
Scry it. And I think we actually are looking for lands. Even though this is a good spell, it's going to go to the bottom.
All right, so... Okay, well, previously it was a decision how we were going to sequence, but this made it really easy, so your turn.
Interesting. I am going to play Thermo-Alchemist.
Give me that energy. Go.
Okay. Really don't want to miss a land drop, so I'll deal Michael 1.
Are we getting creative?
19. Yep, I'm going to play Spark of Creativity, choosing this guy. I'm tapping here. Now, as long as we hit anything but a 1-mana thing, this play is pretty good. Okay, deal 3. You can go.
I think that card is super sweet. Alright, more energy.
Go. Do you want it?
Yep, 18.
The slow grind begins. Land?
Yeah.
Ugh. Okay, I am a little concerned at the possibility of a Verdurous Gearhulk coming down on Michael's next turn.
Yes.
But I don't know if I'm really going to be able to beat that even a turn later if I take this turn off. So I think I'm just going to play another Alchemist and pass the turn.
It's an interesting draw. So this is like the highest value play for sure, but I'm not sure if the game's actually going to come down to that, whereas I might just die to these Alchemists. So I do have a bit of a decision here. I think this play's pretty greedy, but I don't know. Like I feel like we kind of have everything we need as long as we can just get to it. So, and Ross is missing land drops, so I'd kind of just like to be more aggressively slanted. So I'm gonna play Reflector Mage on an Alchemist and pass.
There you want.
Yep.
17. Well, not the best land to draw. I can't do that. That's why this one.
Sure. All right. 17.
I knew that there was a reason in my head why I couldn't cast it. I was like, no, I have the mana.
That's pretty good.
The card's been out for 6 months. I still don't know how it works.
I'll play Fairgrounds Warden. Target this. Attack. Blossoming Defense.
You're at 15.
Yep.
Tilt. I'm at 18.
Yep.
So I think I will start the turn here and choose the Warden.
Sure.
That is awkward.
Do you have the red source?
I do.
Okay. It's still really awkward, though.
Yes. So...
It is just to lend a turn, right?
Yes.
It's like this and Chandra are different, which is kind of confusing.
That's how most of the effects work.
Yeah,
Chandra is different because you don't get
can't make land drops.
Yeah, one lands off of it. So I'm really just trying to set this up. So I'm wondering, I'm pretty sure that just... God, that was an awkward card to hit.
Your Spark of Creativity has made a combo.
Okay. I'm going to kill this thing and discard this Fiery Temper.
Yeah.
It's 2 islands. It's too many. Do I trade 1 for 2? I probably do, actually. Or 1 for, I probably do. So, yeah. 14. You can go.
I think I'll just make... So Ross at 18. So if I go like 2/1/1, that doesn't really protect against Lightning Axe. It doesn't really accomplish much of anything. So I guess I'll just go 2 and 2. Attack for 8.
No, I just got a free point in.
Go. I like that. Always the optimist.
Okay, let's play a Chandra and kill the Gear Hulk. And attack for 2. You're 12. You can go.
Ooh. I'm not sure playing this does much of anything. I think just playing this, digging for Blossoming Defense to try to end the game on the spot, and then if we miss, we'll just kill Chandra and just deal Ross damage. So I'll just play Tracker. Make a clue, sacrifice it immediately. Get an energy flooded. Okay, missed. I'll kill Chandra and attack you for 4.
I'm at 6.
Go.
I don't know how I can win. Okay, let's spark this guy. Play a Tormenting Voice, discarding here. Then I lose. Okay, here for game 2, and once again, I'm going to need to draw some lands, but this hand looks great otherwise.
Over on my side, I've taken a mulligan to 6, and I think we're going to need some help, but this hand's good enough to keep. So my scry. I mean, this card is fine with this, and we kind of want to work towards this eventually, but I think I just need to try to hit a 2-drop.
Okay, Highland Lake.
All right. Man, this got awkward. So I want to obviously get blue mana. I have the option of just playing this and trying to play this card off curve, but I really don't know. I'm just going to lead with this. I'm not sure.
When in doubt, lead with Evolving Wilds. Ugh. Hey, Storm Chaser.
Yep.
Mush you. Straight down to 19. You can go.
And I guess if I draw Botanical Sanctum, that wouldn't change anything, I suppose. No. Go.
We did it! We did it!
All right.
Plus,
yep.
You go to 18.
Yep.
Bam. Keeping that one on top. Attack for 2.
16.
You can go. Get that prowess trigger. Now I feel great.
Go.
Selfless Spirit, you say? I am worried about Blossoming Defenses, so I don't want to just sort of go ham here. I think I can afford to play things a little cooler than that. So I will
What is this? Chandra?
Yeah, I'll play Chandra.
Mm-hmm.
I will plus it to exile. Delete 2, you go to 14, and then I'll plus the Saheeli, you go to 13.
Yep.
My Scry, don't think I need that one, so that can go to the bottom, and I'll pass the turn. So I miss out on an attack with the Storm Chaser Mage, but...
Play a tracker, make a clue, and pass. You bought him the scry, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Rolled 7. I don't actually know what a roll does. I don't think it does anything this deck, right? Yeah, okay.
You're at 13 right now?
Yep.
I'm reasonably sure the Blossoming Defenses is coming. Can... So it's just I have a lot of different options. I think I just want to be like I want to go ham this turn. I think, and it's going to result in me losing one of my planeswalkers, but I think it's going to be worth it. So I'm going to make a copy of Stormchaser Mage. Good.
Yep.
I'm going to make 2 red mana.
Sure.
I will Fiery Temper the Selfless Spirit.
Don't think I have much of a choice.
I will respond to Blossoming Defenses with Lightning Axe, discarding Fiery Temper, attempting to get both of them.
Indestructible.
Yeah, both my Stormchaser Mages are now 4 power. Yep. And I'll attack for 8.
Yep.
Brings you to 5.
Shouldn't you just axe this and temper me? Oh, because I guess the Blossoming Defense. Okay,
yeah.
I see.
I guess actually no. I should just axe here and temper upstairs. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't even bother trying to kill this thing.
So I'm at 5.
So yeah, so you're at 2. You're at 13. You take 3 to 10, and then 8. I guess 3 spells.
Sure.
Yeah, that was. I had this all sequenced in my head, and then I screwed it up at the end. Unsurprisingly.
So I'm at 2.
Yes.
Okay.
And now, like, even if Michael has a land, the tracker is only going to be 5 power to attack Chandra. If he kills Sahil, he'll...
Go out on a limb and say it's not looking good. So what could I draw? I don't think I have any outs. Just sack a clue. And yeah, I'm dead. All right, back here for sideboarding. On my side, I basically just want to make my deck a little bit more interactive against both Ross's like small ball threats and his planeswalkers. To do so, I have some negates, obviously good in this kind of matchup. Declaration in Stone to kill his creatures. Quarantine Field, which kind of answers both things like Fevered Visions, creatures, and planeswalkers. And then Nissa Vital Force, which is a good tool to both just like clock Ross, but also to assassinate his planeswalkers. And cards I'm boarding out, Tamiyo, not particularly good in this matchup. Ross isn't very interactive. It can like lock down his smaller creatures, but I don't really think that's the game we want to be playing. I just want to be able to answer them, especially in the case of like Thermo-Alchemist, it basically does nothing. And then Reflector Mage, kind of a similar vein. Ross doesn't have actually too many creatures. And Smuggler's Copter, when I'm boarding out a couple of my creatures, I want to make sure that I just don't just draw a double copter and not able to use them effectively. And then in an effort to get a little bit leaner and the fact that I'm getting a little bit more reactive, I'm going to cut one of my Verger's Gear Hulks to lower my curve.
On my side, I am trying to lower my curve and just do a better job of getting under Michael. And that means bringing in a good amount of cheap removal with Galvanic Bombardment. The first one really only tags Tireless Tracker and Selfless Spirit. And Servant. But every single one after that is excellent. So I'm expecting Bombardment to pull a lot of weight. Nahiri's Wrath is going to be a card that I, even though I'm not going to have Fever Visions in the deck, just a way to deal with bigger creatures if need be. It's a nice little, just a nice tool to have, even though I don't probably don't want to draw it too often. And then Spell Shrivel to help answer Michael's bigger creatures as well, Verder's Gearhulk especially, and some of the bigger things he's also bringing in. So we're going to play more of the sort of tempo game plan, lay a threat on turn 2, and then sort of ride that for a bit while we're dealing with Michael's threats and end with some burn spells. I'm cutting some of the expensive cards. One Chandra and the Bedlam Reveler, which can get clogged in my hand. I'm cutting the Fevered Visions because in this matchup, even without Dramox's Command on the other side of the board, they can just make it a liability by racing me and using the additional cards you give them to smooth out their draw. And then there's just one Spark of Creativity, as I think just the next worst card in the deck, essentially getting cut here, especially because I'm bringing in four bombardments.
Also just bringing in a bunch of 1-drops, so
yeah,
that makes sense. All right, back here for game 3. I took a mulligan to 6, but got a nice little curve. Hand looks good.
Yeah, lands, early interaction, and an early threat. I'm in. This could get awkward, though.
So if we wanted to keep this card really badly, then it would basically just throw us off curve, and I definitely don't think it's worth that. So we're just going to crack this Evolving Wilds anyways.
I'm going to play a Highland Lake.
Do you feel dirty playing Highland Lake?
No.
It's not a particularly satisfying land to have in your deck.
But it makes blue and red mana. That's satisfying.
It does make blue and red mana.
I do like me some blue and red decks.
Probably more than anyone on the planet.
That's definitely not true. But
all right.
I just like playing with cheap cards. Blue and red tend to do that. You trying to bluff me, Michael?
It's basically free.
Yeah, call.
All right.
Tilt.
Go.
Oh my god, that was worst possible. I was okay with you having the blossoming defenses if it meant you weren't really doing much and I could just kill this thing. But I guess I'll just kill this thing and draw some cards.
Still a good turn for you.
Yeah.
Alright, tech.
18.
I'm going to go ahead and pay an energy and play this Reflector Mage. I just want to put some pressure on Ross.
Well, about these draws. You can go.
And, I guess this does just like run face first into a counter spell, but we're not really doing much else, so I'll play Tamio.
I will spell shrivel that.
Yeah, thank you.
I will go to 14.
Go.
Wow.
Maybe I should have held it.
Okay, well, let's get this out of the way before Michael draws a 6th land. Pass.
It's worst of both worlds right here. Attack you.
12.
This is so close. I think we have to hold this. Go.
What are you holding? Bash for 4.
Yep, 16.
You can go. $12.
Go. Oh, man. Yep.
Let's draw another tracker.
Yeah.
For you.
Yep. 12.
You can go.
Attack.
10.
Tracker.
Yep.
That was a good draw, though. Say go. And maybe upkeep, do this. Yeah, I'll go ahead and... yeah, I'll crack it and upkeep.
Yep.
Okay. and I guess I'll go ahead and sacrifice it too.
Activate funeral, flow the tracker, bash for 4.
Sure.
So brings you to 8.
Yep, you're at 10.
Yep. You can go.
I got 1 clue and a card coming. Crack a clue. Go.
Follow this thing. You can go.
Oh, man. What a weird game.
Yes.
Am I supposed to play this? Attack. Yep. Go. Got him.
Okay. That was a good one.
No.
That was really good.
I have nothing. What is this, Chandra?
Yeah.
It's fine.
Plus.
It's pretty good.
Like this. And I guess I'll pass. I don't think 1 damage is worth 2 loyalty off the Chandra.
I'm at 8, right?
Yes. I have 8 for you, 10 for me.
Yep. All right, attack Chandra. Go.
Ugh, that's big. Too big for Chandra.
Mm-hmm.
I guess a plus.
Yep.
And Bounce Sylvan Advocate. Attack for 2.
6.
You can go. Lock Reflector Mage.
Go.
Storm Chaser Mage.
Sure.
Plus Chandra.
Sure.
Take 2.
I'm at 4.
So I can attack with both Storm Chasers, and then Michael is essentially dead to all 3 of my creatures, but my Chandra is going to die. If I attack with both, is there some way I die to like removal spell and step here plus Vertigo Hulk? Yeah, that would be 7-11. So is it best for me to just bring Michael to 3 and leave him dead after this chump block to Chandra, or this combination? So he still has to deal with 2 things.
3 things.
These aren't dead by themselves, but they are lethal by themselves, but they are with any spell.
Yeah.
So I think that's best, even though it's almost assuredly Michael doesn't have a removal spell. 3. You can go.
Come on, Quarantine Field.
I mean, yeah, Quarantine Field would be nice. Get these 2, kill this.
More than that. Just get all 3.
Oh yeah, you do get all 3. Yeah, can't really beat that.
Did draw Gear Hulk. What does that do? I don't think anything.
Yeah,
because this puts me to 2 no matter what. even if I don't put any counters on this, just this will go under the bus, and then like say 3 and 1. Then,
yeah, that's still only 7.
Yeah, it just doesn't matter. All right, I'm done. All right, back here for game 4. This hand is sketchy. It's right on the border, but I think I'm going to keep it.
My hand is basically the same hand we've had every game.
Okay. Get a forest.
Canal.
Go.
Alchemist.
Yep. Play a warden. Go.
Okay, that was a very good draw. Flow your warden.
Sure.
Exile.
Play a tracker, get a clue, go.
I'll do you one.
19.
Spark the tracker.
Sure.
3 do it.
Yep.
You can go. Sort of hoping to hit a land, but so you're at 19.
Mm-hmm. I think I just want to. Well, so if I take like this line, then it's a good chance like Chandra just ruins me, so that's pretty dangerous. I'm just gonna play Selfless Spirit.
Yep.
Play a Servant. Go.
End step, you go to 18.
Yep.
Blast the Spirit. Untap.
Second.
Respond. Blast here. Untap. And so you'll end up taking 2 more.
Yep.
So you're at 17?
Well,
or 16.
Yep.
Saheeli plus you to 15. And I'm not sure if I want this. I think I do. As awkward as it is, maybe I don't. I'm certainly worried about like a Verdurous Gear Hulk here. You're at 15, right?
Yes.
I don't have too much of a clock right now. Yeah, I'm going to keep it on top.
Yep.
You can go.
I'll stone this.
I'll ping you.
Yep, 14. Good.
Well, now this card looks really bad. Let's start by scrying, get some information. You got a 13?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to bottom that. I don't think that's going to be effective. And I'll pass the turn.
All right, I'll crack a clue.
Sure.
And I'll attack your Saheeli. Go.
I'll crack a clue and end step.
Mm-hmm.
Awkward.
You just not crack it main phase and then hold up spell shrivel and then hit your land.
Okay. Now I have to worry about blossoming defenses. I guess we can always start with this.
Yeah,
go to 12. Actually, you're going to go to 12 at some point, but
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just going to play this Chandra first and use the first ability.
Okay.
So you take 2 and then take another 1, so you're at 10.
Yes.
Let's make sure let's leave it there. And this card will definitely stay on the top. You can go.
Alright, let's kill Chandra, attack this. Go.
That was bad. Ugh.
It's possible I should have just hit Ross with this Selfless Spirit, because chances are pretty good I'm gonna send the land at Saheeli, but this does turn off like some minus combination.
So I'm going to end up casting this turn, and I think I just have to bite the bullet and pitch these, and then hope this Saheeli does a lot of work. Because I don't have... If I had a 2 or something, I could maybe save this for later, but I just don't. So I'm going to deal you 1. You go to 9.
9.
And I actually think that is good now. Then I'm going to Nahiri's Wrath, discarding Spell Shrivel and Saheeli, deal 6 here and here.
Sure, sacrifice.
Then I'll play a Spirebluff Canal and pass.
Alright, get 2 energy.
Yep.
Go.
Storm Chaser Mage. Bombardment the Servant.
Negate.
Attack for 2. So brings you to 7, and then all plus bring you to 6.
Yep.
That is really awkward. So, yeah, because I have the Sanitarium, I'm going to bottom this. If I didn't, I might consider keeping it and...
Alright, attack this.
2.
Go.
Deal you 1.
Yep.
You go to 5. Yep. Scry. Well, we'll keep that. And play a Thermo-Alchemist.
Yep.
You can go.
Yeah, I'm dead. All right, back here for game 5, and yeah, this is kind of the reason that you would want to play this deck. It's got a nice curve, so hopefully things will happen.
My hand's exactly the same.
Go. Give me some energy. Sure.
You can go. Kill the elf.
Usually a good thing to subscribe to. Go. Jeez. Alright, I'm probably in trouble. Yep.
You can go.
Alright, well, maybe it's a game. Reflector Mage this. Sack this. Go.
Spark this thing.
Sure. Nice. Nice. Beautiful.
You can go.
All right, whatever.
Go. Well then. Got a little greedy this game. Maybe it cost me, although
I don't know. I mean, your hand looked pretty good.
I mean, I could, instead of Storm Chaser maging you, I could have cast a Tormenting Voice, but I had the Fiery Temper lined up, and I wanted.
Ooh, that is pretty greedy.
It was greedy. I had the Spark next turn to hit.
Well, it also like turns on a lot of my 3-drops too.
Yeah, I bricked on enough draws that it probably didn't matter, but
sure.
So I'm at 14, and you have 10 power in play.
Yep.
And I can't deal with any of it. So let's play a 1-3.
We jumping?
Yeah, you can go. I don't know how I get out of this. Well, I'm at 4.
Man, was good.
Yeah.
All right, here for our conclusion of Bant Aggro versus Blue-Red Thermo-Alchemist. I was pretty happy with this video. I think both decks kind of got to show off what they were doing.
Yep.
This isn't a good matchup for Tamiyo, so that aspect of my deck was a little understated, but
First Gear Hulk.
That's okay. We did just smush him with the Gear Hulk in Game 5, but yeah, that's kind of the plan. Try to interact with your 3-drops, which are really good for leveraging your tempo, Reflector Mage, Fair Game Warden, and then you always had the fine aggressive 2-drops. Blossoming Defense plays a little defense for your 3-drops. Tireless Tracker and the Warden. You can get ahead on tempo, Tamiyo them, then Gear Hulk them. Pretty straightforward, simple stuff. And yeah, Saheeli looked really good in Game 4. I was pleased to see that was the case.
Yeah, so was I. Basically, you can morph into this plan of just kill all their stuff, and Saheeli will eventually scry 4 or 5 times and deal them a fair chunk of damage in the process.
Yep.
And that is a good amount of value for a 3-mana card.
Yeah.
That's effectively, I mean, Scry 5 is probably like drawing 2 extra cards over the course of the game.
Probably better.
And yeah, it could definitely be, and deal 4 or 5 damage. That's way above the curve for a single card in Standard.
It snowballs too. Just like the first or second Scry helps you dig into the removal spell to kill like the the 3rd threat, and then you still have Saheeli on the battlefield, and you just keep going off. So pretty, I wasn't sure how good that card would be in that deck, so I was pleased that it kind of took over that game.
I think Galvanic Bombardment was actually really important in that respect, having an instant speed removal spell so that you can pass, especially if you're on the play. You can pass on turn 2, they play a creature, you kill it on end of step, untap into Saheeli.
Yep.
So any instant removal to open the door for that card was very good. I was definitely impressed by it. I was happy that we got to see the little sort of combo aspect where I was able to copy my Storm Chaser Mage, play 3 spells in a turn, and so the -2 turned into a 4 damage spell by itself, and that was Storm Chaser Mage, and with Thermo-Alchemist, it gives the thing haste, right?
Yes.
Yeah. With Thermo-Alchemist, but it can do it with either one, so you definitely have that potential as well. So you can use it to grind out a game if the deck needs to do that. You can use it to get more aggressive if you need to do that, and those are really, I mean, they're two sides of the same coin. You're just trying to figure out ways to deal your opponent 20 damage. Sometimes it takes a few turns because you got to kill their stuff.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the deck doesn't utilize your ultimate, but if you're dealing 4 or 5 damage to them and scrying 4 or 5 times, and you have a Planeswalker still on the battlefield and you're aggressive burn deck, you're probably fine.
Yeah, and as we saw, that was indeed the case.
Yeah, so I don't know. We got to show off some new Kaladesh cards, kind of in some old shells, which is pretty cool. These are kind of decks that existed before, but they've gotten some nice updates, kind of on many fronts. The blue-red deck is kind of more of a, I don't know, it's not really a mid-range deck, but it got a little bit more staying power rather than just trying to burn your opponent out, get over the finish line.
Yeah, it's definitely less of a burn deck. The Planeswalkers play a huge role, and they've shifted the way the games play out and really what the deck's trying to achieve.
And on the flip side, Bant has gone from the grindiest deck ever to the aggressive deck. So didn't get to show off Smuggler's Copter in this video, but it plays really well with Fair Game Ward and Reflector Mage. It's really nice to turn 2 Copter and then play those on turn 3, get your opponent's creature off the battlefield, then Copter them, and then they're kind of in the soft lock. You're going to see a lot of Smuggler's Copters. Card's really good.
Well, by the time they watch this, they've probably already seen a lot of Smuggler's
That's
Copters.
true. This is going up right before GP Atlanta, which is Kaladesh Limited.
Yep.
It's hosted by Star City Games with coverage from the mothership, so it should be fun to watch. You'll be there.
Yeah, it'll be fun for me to play.
Yeah, Ross will be there. I won't be there.
No.
I was going to say I would watch, but honestly, I have to play test for the Pro Tour,
Yeah,
so I probably won't be watching.
Got
Just
important
completely
stuff to
ignoring
do.
anything last I just said.
You'll probably watch like the top 8 if I make it that far.
Well, if you make it that far, maybe I won't watch.
That means the format's horrible. All that means is the format revolves around playing 2 drops and attacking. If that's the case, then if we got a shot.
I got my dagger, and that's okay. They are pre-registered pools, just like GPDC, which I found this out about 2 hours ago. I'm guessing you didn't know.
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I'm all warm and tingly inside.
Yeah, so if you played in the Team Sealed GP in DC, which was run by Star City Games, you got to experience that. It's real convenient, real awesome. So you're welcome, I guess.
Yeah, thank you. That sounds great.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So we got GP Atlanta. Hopefully you've already seen some sweet decks from Kaladesh. Maybe you've seen one of these decks do well in Indianapolis.
Pretty likely.
Yeah, I would not be at all surprised to see Verter's Gear Hulk or Smuggler's Copter win the tournament.
Yeah.
Those cards are great.
Yeah, they are, as you know.
And then we've got the Pro Tour. I've been off for a couple Pro Tours, so I'm ready to get back at it.
Yep.
This will be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be sweet. Honolulu.
It's my second Pro Tour in Hawaii, so the mystique there has faded.
Yeah, me too, but I think I don't know, I couldn't really sightsee last time, so I'm kind of looking forward to actually doing some Hawaiian stuff.
Are you going to be on the Big Island?
Is that Kona?
Yeah, you're testing
yeah.
on the Big Island.
We're play testing there, so we'll get to actually like do touristy stuff.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah, so should be a lot of fun. Kaladesh Standard seems interesting. It's a lot more dynamic, a lot more aggressive than the previous Standard, which was very much like a mid-range grind fest. So if you're into that sort of thing, you should be having a good old time. Just like Russ, where he'll probably convince himself to play blue-red decks throughout the 10-year Standard. And
we'll see. Blue-red deck one time.
We'll see how that goes.
One time.
It was like 3 times.
It was one time.
I just remember.
Well, a bad blue-red deck one time. It was 2 times.
2 times. Okay. I'll get him up to 3 in a minute. But yeah, either join us in Atlanta or check us out on Twitch. Watch some coverage. Play some Kaladesh.
You can find all the info for the tournament at starcitygames.gpatlanta.com.
It's good that Ross remembered that, because I didn't. But
I really hope I remembered it in the right order. I'm not sure if it's the other way.
Hopefully you just pulled your weight, and if not, that's awkward. But,
you'll figure it out. I'm sure you're all really smart.
Regardless, it'll be on starcitygames.com. You can check it out.
Yeah.
So, have a good one, guys.